All right, all right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. All right, so let me talk about this quick, or this article very quickly here, because these people are getting more brave and brave and brave. I mean, now you have banks talking about the New World Order. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? So they're getting, you can see that the evil is rising in this new, and it's going to rise really really fast and hard in this new decade. And what are we going to do about it? And that's the key, right? The key is, what are you going to do about it? And if you don't have any financial means to back yourself up, and you don't have people behind you, then you're not going to do nothing about it, right? Because you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're going to need to have the backing of people, and you're going to have the financial means, okay, to play the game, and to be able to back your statements up and be able to say, no, I'm not doing that, right? You got to have people behind you. You got to have people, not people behind you with stones, but people behind you with weapons, right? you know um when those when the guys down south can talk as boldly as they can, it's because they have big guns and weapons behind them, right? And they have a village, and they have a community behind them as well. Okay, and so that's how they get to talk. That type of talk. If you don't have anything like that, you might as well just keep quiet and figure it out a different way. Okay, but for those who are financially set or financially ready to go and can play the game and can battle, and then you'll be the ones that are able to get on the front line and talk big and bold and say, we're not accepting your new world order system. Okay, we have our gold, we have our silver, we're going to use God's money, and we're also going to use cryptos a little bit maybe, I'm not. What else can you do? Farm. You can have your own farmland and your own things like that. Grow your own crops, and create your own minerals, right? Using God's earth to create your own stuff. Okay, and protect it, right? Now that doesn't mean that they can't fly over top and just you know throw send bombs to it like they did in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But do the best you can. Okay. So it says here that Bank of America on the New World Order. Bigger governments, and no one who likes bigger governments, that's liberals. So this is a liberal agenda right off the bat, because liberals are the only ones who like bigger government. Everything's dependent on government. Government. We must depend on government. We must get aid from government. Everything must revolve around government. That's liberal. That's Democrats. So right off the bat, you can see that the New World Order, it's about Democrat liberals. That's their agenda, because the first thing is bigger governments, right? Bank of America is telling you the first thing of the New World Order is bigger governments, right? And the Republicans are small governments, and more power to the people. Tech wars, okay, that's another thing that's coming with the New World Order. There's going to be a lot of tech wars. Okay. So a lot of China, Russia, Japan, Iran, America, Europe, UK, United Kingdom wars, digital wars. Erasing accounts and crashing cyber and things like that. Cybersecurity is going to be crazy, right? Crashing systems. You know, Turning off the electricity and the grid for warfare, things like that. Robots, robotic wars, right? Or you can create a million robots in a factory, and then send them out and then drop them off of a plane into Russia or China, and have them go in there and create complete havoc. Like, all these things are being designed and created in secret meetings and secret rooms that you guys know nothing about. It's crazy, because I was talking about these robotic wars and these things 10 years ago inside the government. And it's crazy, because people were looking at me like I was crazy, but now here we are. We got robots everywhere, and Everything is done robotically, and it's like it's not. Robots are talking to you now on your phone, and when you go into a fast food restaurant or something, it's all robots. This is the world we're moving into, the robotic. I called it the robotic era. After the technology era, we would go into this thing called the robotic era. You know, and so that's what we're doing. Less privacy, of course. They're going to track everything you do because of the new quantum financial system, which they're saying, at least my prophetic friends are saying, that it's going to be backed by Ethereum and Litecoin. We'll see if that happens. Um, so there's less privacy because they're going to be able to track everything you do, and if they think that you're a net enemy, or you might be conspiring against them or the government or something like that, or you might have said something about the government, or you might have took a picture with your own country's flag, they might suspend your account for 15 days, or maybe we'll just take 30% of your money, and we're not going to imprison you or anything. We'll just wipe away 30% of your income that's in your account, things like that, right? So we got to be careful about. I mean, we can't. I mean, we can't do nothing about this except for get on our own system, get on our gold and silver, right? Have your own private keys for cryptocurrencies. You know, that's the only things we can do is own our own private keys and have our gold and silver and have our own way of living in our own communities, because that's what we're gonna have to do in the future, because this thing is going to be so bad, right? And it says, and the health is a new wealth. So your health is going to be the new wealth, right? So that's because people are going to be, exposed to a whole bunch of radiation and all types of stuff. So your health is going to be the new wealth. Money isn't going to really matter that much once they crash the dollar, and the dollar becomes worthless, and then it's just gold and silver. Your health is really going to be your wealth. You know, they're going to be seeking to destroy those that are sick, eliminate those that are sick, and keep those that are healthy, and enslave those that are healthy under the new world order. See, the new world order, if you're sick, you're worthless to them, so they'll get rid of you immediately in a FEMA camp, right? Um, but if you're healthy, then you'll be a slave to them, right? You'll work under the new world order, and that's what and so that's why your health is the wealth. The healthy people will be the wealthy people, because they're the ones that are going to be doing the work for the new world order, and buying and selling using with the microchips, and all the other things that comes with this satanic new world order. Okay, I don't even know if there's going to even be banks. I mean, are we going to be walking into banks anymore? Who knows? Everything might be on your mobile phone, on your smartphone, might carry everything. You're not going to be able to do anything without a smartphone. Everything's going to be in the smartphone. It seems like that's the way they want to do. The entire banking system is going to be in your phone. That's what it seems like. And so at some point I want to come off this system. You know what I mean? At some point, I'm going to try to give myself within the next 5 years to just come off this system. I really hate this system. I really do. I really it's not like it's not genuine. It's not natural. It's not fun. Yes, it could be some fun, exciting moments, but overall, it's too much. It's not what humans are supposed to be doing. Let me put it that way, right? Because when you get on there, you're on the laptop, and then you're on your phone, and then you have to update your phone, always wanting to constant update. Your laptop wants to constantly update and renew. There's always new things. You're chasing trends. You're chasing this. It seems like there's nothing that's ever satisfying. It's never enough, right? And And as you guys know, as children, we didn't care about this stuff. Like being with our friends outside, playing baseball or dribbling a basketball or talking about girls, you know what I mean, or our teachers was fun. That was satisfying. You went to bed as a kid smiling and happy. And your mom's like, "Did you have fun today?" And you're like, "Yeah." That was true enjoyment. Simple things are true enjoyments of the world. This is not. That we're forcing ourselves to be these people that we're not supposed to be. Always on our phones and social media and internet and laptops and stuff. We're forcing ourselves to do this because this is not real fun. Real fun is being with families and friends and kickball and things like that and just talking with each other and having long conversations. I remember going to see my boy. We also used to meet up. Like it would be like three or four or five of us. It'd be 12 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. We're at my boy's job outside, and we're all just talking about high school and memories and college and what are we gonna do for the future. And that was enjoyment. That was fun. We look forward to that time because it was a natural human thing. This isn't natural. We're forcing ourselves to be on the internet, computers, technology. We're forcing it down our throat. It's not natural. This is why many people aren't happy. This is why many people are more depressed than ever before. Right? We didn't have all the like those that lived in the 60s and 70s. You didn't have all these things, and you were more happier back then than you are now. you know, like people who lived back then that didn't have all these gadgets were more happier back then because it was true, natural communication and conversations. They're stealing your natural vibes. They're stealing your naturalness. All right, if that's even a word I just made up. Right, but they're stealing that by technology. Technology is robbing us of our true heart's desires and our true human aspects. This is why there's so much depression out here because you can give people everything of the world, but it doesn't make them happy. This is why so many people are on prescription drugs. You have everything right in front of you, but yet you're still not happy. It's because you've gone away from what's human to what's robotic. And so we're going to see a lot more of this, and we're going to see a lot more suicides and depression and just evil. People turning to witchcraft and witches and psychic, all this stuff because they're not happy in the inside. Because TV and laptops and mobile phones and robotic stuff has taken over, and they've lost that human touch of reality. And so this is what we're dealing with, and this is it's just sad because you're like, yo, let's meet up to talk, and people are like, what do you mean? Like, let's like who does that? It's you can't do that no more. So it sucks. Anyways, Bank of America talking about the new world order, and there's going to be bigger governments, tech wars, less privacy, and health is going to be the new wealth. This is the future that they're saying that we're going to be going into, and there's nothing you can do about it. I say that there is something you can do about it, but you're going to need finances, and you're going to need a backing. You're going to need a community that backs you with not just talk, but with weapons. Okay, and so if you can do that, and some of you guys are going to be able to do that, then you'll be fine, in my opinion. You're not going to be under the new world order. You'll have your gold and your silver, and you'll have your land that you use, in a safe zone, and that you use for farming and growing crops and things like that. And you'll have your protection and your family and friends and your community protecting the land and protecting your wealth, and you guys will be okay. Um, and that's all it is. So, and I think within the next 10 years, I think we're going to have to deal with this. At the end of this month, it's kind of interesting because Snippy just posted a video about what was the lady's name? I can't remember the lady's name, but she said something. He showed a snippet of her what she said, and she said that in the next basically 3 weeks, and this was last week she was talking about, so that means that we have 2 weeks left. She said, in the next 3 weeks, we're going to have to make a decision that's going to affect basically the rest of this year and the rest of basically the next decade here. So, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what that decision is. I don't know what's coming, and to make that. I don't know if it's the mandatory vaccines from the virus that they're going to try to implement. I don't know if it's them forcing making a law that the military is going to be able to, or some other type of militia groups are going to be able to come into your house and force people out. I don't know what it is, but I'm guessing we're going to have to stand up to something and make a decision if we're going to be for it or against it, and it's going to be able to shape our outlook. I don't know, but I do know that we're waiting on certain things to happen. Um, we're still waiting on Joe Biden's resignation announcement, which hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting on Iraq's surprise, which hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting on the prophetic boom, which hasn't happened yet. We're still waiting on the overtaking of government of certain governments, and maybe the passing of some certain leaders that need to go for people to be free. So those things haven't happened yet. Let's see if the second half of May some of those things actually take place. And we only got 15 more days, basically 16. Well, today's the 15th, so we got 15 today all the way to the 31st, and my prophetic timeline is over. And so I want to go out with a boom here. I want to go out with a bang. Okay, so we started my prophetic timeline, which was October 1st, 2019, with a bang, when the people were in the streets of Iraq and they were burning everything. Right, I want to go out with a bang. I want to go out the same way we started the prophetic timeline. I want to end it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I know Victor. For you guys that know Victor in the Telegram group, he said the father told him to watch the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. It's gonna be crazy. So we want to go out with a bang, all right, and we want to go out with freedom. We want to go out with justice, freedom, and for all, and the poor rising, and the level playing field adjusting, wealth transfers and things like that. I want to go out with a bang here. Okay, so that means the end of May into the first weeks of June. I want to see tremendous financial changes, and other things, and freedom and justice and overtaking of governments and things like that, in certain countries. Like, let's go out with a bang. Let's see what happens, and I'll come back and about that same time period, and the end of the month to conclude my prophetic timeline, and let's see what happens, man. Let's see if Biden has made the announcement. Let's see if some other things have happened. Maybe nothing happens and it's a dud, or maybe a lot of things happen, or maybe half the things happen. I guess we'll find out. Peace out. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Eyes open.